everyone, I'm Drew Goldfarb, and who's ready for some football? Regular season may be months away, but the NFL draft is coming up quick. You can go ahead and place futures bets in Super Bowl right now if you want. You even get odds of plus 10,000 or higher if you're willing to bet on teams like the Buffalo Bills or Miami Dolphins. But a bet with a payday much sooner than next February is available as well. That being betting on who will go number one overall in the 2019 NFL draft. The pick is held by the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona went 3-13 in 2018, a record that included 4 straight losses to open the season and 4 straight losses to close out the season. Since then, the Cardinals fired their head coach Steve Wilks and brought Cliff Kingsbury on board in early January as his replacement. Kingsbury's offseason was pretty wild as well, as the former Texas Tech head coach was not brought back after the Red Raiders' 2018 season, then landed with USC as the Trojans' offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach for all of a month before ending up in Arizona. Now, we'll have to see who Kingsbury's Cardinals end up grabbing first overall in the draft. The odds are pointing towards Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray. Kingsbury coached against the Murray-led Sooners in 2018 Big 12 Conference play. That game ended in a 51-46 shootout win for Oklahoma. Murray threw for 360 yards and 3 touchdowns in the game, though the Red Raiders picked him off twice. He also rushed for 100 yards on the dot and another score. Murray won the Heisman Trophy in his only season as Oklahoma's starter and ended up returning a multi-million-dollar signing bonus that he was due from the Oakland Athletics in order to be able to enter the NFL draft. Kingsbury loves to run a spread offense, and that would seem to fit Murray very well. There are only 2 things working against Murray going at number 1. His size, as Murray stands at just a fraction of an inch over 5'10", and the fact that Arizona already has a young quarterback that was drafted highly. Murray's size has yet to impact his play at any level of the game, but it's still abnormal to see a smaller quarterback drafted so highly. It's a big part of why Russell Wilson slipped to the 3rd round back in 2012, despite having the skill set of a first rounder. Cardinals drafted 6'4" Josh Rosen 10th overall out of UCLA just 1 year ago to be their quarterback. Rosen appeared in 14 games for Arizona last year, throwing for little under 2,300 yards with 11 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. It'd be strange to see a team move away from a top 10 pick so quickly, but the Cardinals do have a new head coach and did fire their previous coach after just a single season. The next best odds of going at number 1 go to Ohio State defensive end Nick Bosa. Bosa had Heisman hopes himself in 2018, but injuries took him down early in the year, and he ended up playing in only 3 games for the Buckeyes. He had a strong showing in those games before being sidelined by injury, finishing his final year in Columbus with 14 tackles, including 6 for a loss and 4 sacks, while also forcing a fumble. 1 year prior, Bosa was named the Big Ten Conference's Defensive Lineman of the Year as a sophomore, and that was when he started in fewer than 30% of Ohio State's games. His brother Joey was drafted 3rd overall in the 2016 NFL Draft by the Chargers, and his father John was a first-round pick of the Miami Dolphins back in 1986. Like his older brother, he'll hear his name called early in the first round as well, but when exactly that will be is uncertain. The NFL Network's Daniel Jeremiah has Bosa as his top prospect for the draft in his latest rankings, and he'd make a great complement for the Cardinal defense with Chandler Jones too. Beyond that, the Cardinals have held meetings with Bosa in the last few weeks, as they have with another defensive prospect. If the Cardinals opt to go for defense but pass on Bosa, that would likely mean drafting Alabama defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. Williams is the highest graded player based on NFL.com's scale. Like Bosa, the 6'3", 303-pound Williams has also met with Arizona ahead of the draft. And ESPN's draft page accidentally displayed Williams as having been selected at number 1 for a brief while, nearly 2 weeks ahead of the draft's official start time. Pete Prisco of CBS Sports sees that as a very real possibility, recently updating his mock draft to show the Crimson Tide lineman going in the top spot in place of Murray. A big physical lineman, Williams, like Bosa, would help solidify the Arizona defense. Despite having about 40 pounds on the defensive end, Bosa, Williams' 40-yard dash time at the combine was remarkably similar to the Buckeyes, posting a time of 4.83 seconds, just 0.04 seconds slower than Bosa. While far less likely according to the draft odds, there is a fourth option for the number 1 overall pick that sportsbetting.ag is taking wagers on, and that is Kentucky linebacker Josh Allen. Allen's biggest attributes are his agility and versatility. Daniel Jeremiah refers to his flexibility as Gumby-like and says that Allen has the skills to cover tight ends and running backs in the pass game, rush the passer, and run down a running back in the ground game. Rush defense was one of Arizona's biggest glaring holes heading into the 2019 offseason after the Cardinals gave up 25 touchdowns and nearly 2,500 yards on the ground in 2018. That's where Allen, Williams, and Bosa could all step in and help. Jeremiah ranks Allen the number 3 prospect for the 2019 draft, behind only Bosa and Williams. As far as the potential to go to Arizona goes, 4 of NFL.com's 6 mock draft experts have Allen going 3rd overall to the Jets, while the other 2 have him at number 4 to the Raiders or number 5 to Tampa Bay. All 6 of the experts say it will in fact be Kyler Murray going number 1 overall. Anything is possible as the NFL draft approaches, including Arizona opting to trade down. That's what makes a wager like this so intriguing. Kyler Murray may be the safe play, but there are options on the table for bets that could pay off if Arizona either decides to stick with Josh Rosen as their quarterback or decides to trade the pick away. If you're looking for even more football betting tips, make sure to check out gamblingsites.org for some amazing articles by Taylor Smith. So who do you think will go number 1 at the draft? Who should go number 1? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and keep checking out gamblingsites.org for more picks, tips, and how-to guides. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Drew Goldfarb. I'll see you next time.